Welcome to our Friday video devotionals. Believe it or not, we're almost through the Old Testament. We're taking a look at the book of Haggai this morning. This is a 2-chapter book, and it actually takes place right after the Babylonian exile. It's been about 16 years since the Jews moved back to Israel. And in chapter 1 of this book, the Israelites are really being reprimanded for having the wrong priorities. They have built themselves nice houses, but they have not started construction on the new temple that was destroyed. And so the prophet Haggai basically says to them, hey, your priorities are out of whack. You have these nice paneled homes. He says in verse 4 and 5, is it a time for you yourselves to dwell in your paneled houses while this house lies in ruins? Now, therefore, thus says the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. And so they get right to it. They say, okay, we made a mistake, and they start laying the foundation for the new temple. And that's where chapter 2 takes place. And in chapter 2, we see this incredible discouragement. It's actually a contrast because the younger people are really excited about the temple being rebuilt. But the older people who remember what the temple once was when Solomon built it, they see the foundation and they're discouraged because they know that it doesn't compare to the magnificence of the original temple. And this is where I just want to give you a challenge this morning, because our expectations often fall short when they're linked to comparisons. You see, these older folks, they remembered what the original temple looked like. And when they saw the foundation being laid for the new temple, they were discouraged because they were comparing one to the other. And this can happen to all of us. We can compare our spouse to somebody else's spouse. We can compare our kids to somebody else's kids. We can compare our career system and where we're at in life, our financial situation, to our friends. And often our expectations fall short whenever they're linked to comparisons. But God isn't in a game of comparing. You see, each and every single one of us has a unique path that God has placed us on. And when we start to try to compare ourselves and put ourselves on someone else's path, we don't meet those expectations because they were never meant for us. And so here's the question that I have for you this morning. Are you managing your expectations, or are your expectations managing you? Maybe take a closer look at your expectations. Are you walking the path that you are designed for, that God has placed you on, or are you trying to walk somebody else's path? Are you getting caught up in the comparison game, or are you content with the path that God has you on and the timing that God has for you? Well, that's our challenge for this morning. The book of Haggai is an incredible short book. We're almost to the New Testament. We want to encourage you to keep on reading as we go through the rest of the year. Have a great one.